Congratulations to Coach Kiffin and the Trojans on a well-earned victory. Difficult, bitter loss for us. It was a game that we certainly had our chances, had plenty of opportunities. At 7-7, the ball in the red zone, we get a holding call, we jump off sides, and then we fumble, and they pick it up and run it back for a touchdown. Our defense was valiant in that third quarter, giving us some turnovers and some chances to make some plays down the field, and unfortunately, we did not take advantage of it. Didn't find our rhythm offensively in that third quarter. And then we pinned them down inside their own 5-yard line, and I think it was 2nd and 17. They ran the ball out there and made 16 yards, and then on third one converted, and the drive ended up resulting in another touchdown. So we had to go to a clock type situation. We drove the ball down there, really had a chance to catch the ball in the end zone. Don't make the play. And at the end of the day, the end of the season, that really is what it comes down to. We got close, we didn't make the play. And we have to look at ourselves in the mirror and realize that. We have to be better. We have to perform better than we did tonight. We certainly played hard. I mean, there's absolutely zero quit on my team. A bunch of guys, valiant. I mean, they're great guys to coach. I could never ask for better people to be around. But we have to, as a coaching staff, and we as a group of people, have to perform at a higher level to compete with the teams that are obviously ahead of us at this time. And we're going to have to really figure out what's the formula to get that done and be better than we are and have been in the past. Looking forward to getting that process started. But again, congratulations to USC, and I'll take questions.
Rick, Jonathan, after his fumble, he didn't get much playing time. Is he okay, or was he just benched for fumble?
No, I don't think he was benched at all. I don't know exactly why the playing time diminished. You know, Coach Moses handles the running backs' playing time. I don't worry too much about it. Maybe that he was dinged. I'll have to ask.
Coach, what do you say now to try and make sure that Raheem and Akeem and other players who might be thinking about playing on Sundays, what do you tell them to make them stick around so you can build your program?
Well, I don't think that's the right approach. I don't think it's my place to make them stick around. Or, you know, I want them to get their proper information that gives them the best and get the best advice available so that they can make an informed and intelligent decision. And that decision is a family decision. Certainly, we at UCLA would love to have them back. Love to have them back. They're great kids. They're obviously very valuable players, and we'd like for them to finish their degrees. At the beginning and end, that's what we're here for. It's a great educational opportunities. We'd love for them to finish, and both are close and are on pace. But these are financial decisions, and so they have to get the best advice and best counsel possible. Hopefully, they'll do that before entertaining an agent, which precludes them from having the chance to stay, if that's the right thing to do. But I like both kids. I hope like heck they make good decisions, and we'll support whatever they decide.
Rick, do you have to have your staff settled before you head into a big recruiting period?
Well, we've got a number of recruits in this weekend that we're going to complete the weekend. It's been a great weekend other than the result of the game. People are great families, and it's been fun. But we'll get to the process of evaluation from top to bottom of our program as quickly as is possible. We do have the next 2 weeks available to us as a contact period, so we've got to kind of be out there in a mist. So we'll hopefully be able to be settled down as soon as possible.
Coach, what did you see out of Richard Breho tonight?
What did I say to him?
See out of him.
You know, valiant. You know, still some young mistakes. That interception in the third quarter was a young mistake. He's trying to make a play. And, you know, understandable in the midst of the competition, but you can't have that play in a game like this. That's what we talk about. It's who makes less mistakes in these games wins games. 3 turnovers and 1 for a touchdown was the difference in this game. You know, that game's 7-7 rather than trying to scratch from behind. And at 10-7, if we don't, you know, fumble the ball and kick a field goal, and Kai gets to, I'm sick about Kai not getting a chance to kick a field goal. You know, what a great kid. They came up and told me he needs 1 more. I go, how can I kick a field goal at the end of a game when you're down by 21 points? It doesn't make much sense, you know. And Kai understood. He's a great Bruin, but we had a chance to kick that field goal in the second half or the end of the first half and make it a 10-7 game us. And you know, the ball just gets away. And those are the kind of things that if you're not quite ready and you're not ready to be that team that we all want to be, then those are the things that haunt you. And I mean, we can't make any excuses about it. We got to be better.
Rick, you said you something to the effect of the only thing I can tell you is we'll get better when you were out there on the field. What else could you tell the fans about, you know, why should they stick around for next year? Because
they're Bruin fans. I mean, they come because they love UCLA. Their frustration, I mean, no matter if it's pointed at me or whomever, passion is not, and frustration is just another way of saying passion. They want UCLA football to be good. And no one wants that more than me. And I've got to look hard at how we're going to turn the corner, because I do feel like we're close. But some of the things that have plagued us continue to plague us. And we've got to figure out why that is. And those are hard decisions. Those are hard analysis. But it's absolutely mandatory that I do it, and it's absolutely mandatory that we come up with conclusions that are going to be positive conclusions and that make the great Bruin fans who keep coming back, frustrated as they may be, excited about coming back. But I do believe they'll be back. I do believe that they'll be excited about the future.
Coach, when do you believe I know Scott touched on this. When do you think you have to start thinking about personnel stuff, staff stuff, coaching changes?
Well, I've said all along that I'd had to wait till the end of the season. It's the end of the season. So now it's the time that I'm going to have to start really bearing down and trusting my instincts on that. Obviously, I've got some great mentors at the university that will help me, and I'm looking forward to getting that process started as quickly as is possible.
Coach, if you had to look at one thing on defense and one thing on offense, what would you improve on immediately?
Well, if you're talking offense, you're going to talk turnovers. We had far too many turnovers this year. Absolutely was the worst part of our game. We just turned the ball over too much. Fumbles, interceptions, what have you. We squandered way too many drives because of them. Defensively, we couldn't stop the run consistently this year. I mean, they gashed us for the final touchdown to make it 28. You know, we got them 2nd and 17 down there, and they get 16 on a run. You can't play defense giving up yards on the ground like that. And we've got to figure out exactly how we can be better with respect to being a better run-stopping defense.
Any other questions? Locker room is open.
All right, thank you.